community team was formed about 3 years ago in 2008, and it was really to sort of bring out and highlight some of the community work that the people in our business do. We see them providing a service to our customers. Often outside of that, they are doing community work in their local communities. The community team felt that it was important for us to highlight these roles, what these officers do on their, limited time off. What we sort of done initially was just to go round, really take some snapshots of what they were doing, engage with them, and they all seemed to be quite passionate to talk to us about it. And we've covered a lot of events, some really fabulous stuff. One of them was the Dragon Boat Race that we had down in Portsmouth, which was a fabulous day out. It was to raise money for a local hospice, the Roland Hospice. Officers and their members of their family came down for the day, and we essentially had boat race up and down the lake, which was really a fun day for all. Within our organisation, there was a talk about having a football match, the North versus the South. We went out into the community and we found people who would help support this for us. One of them was Hyde FC, and they provided us with the grounds. We found a local charity that would benefit by the football match. And it was a great, rivalry that started. It was called the Community Shield Football Match. It's probably one of our biggest staged events because of the logistics and everything that went into it, right? But when you see the finish and the day that the people had, it was worth every bit of work that went into it.
My name's John Fellows. I'm Head of Fundraising and Public Relations for Tameside-based Willowood Hospice. We're delighted to have been nominated as the beneficiary of this evening's activities, because if it wasn't for events such as this and the support we get from the local communities, then we wouldn't be able to provide those excellent services. So can I say thank you to the organising committee for nominating the hospice as beneficiary.
I think one of the benefits that Securitas as a company gets from having community involvement, right, is that it shows that the company cares. Most of the work that we do is just grassroots stuff, local stuff. It's stuff done by the people. We just simply go in there and observe it in a lot of cases. Where the company, I think, really helps these people is that sometimes they will give them what I call a helping hand and not a handout. We had an officer by the name of Brian Clayton, right, who was a community liaison officer that works on one of our accounts at the Ebbs Fleet. And Brian, right, decided he wanted to put together a youth boxing club. So Brian went out to the community and went to the local police and asked them if they'd put some money in, and the council, and asked them if they'd put some money in. And he raised probably 80% of the money he needed, but he was still not quite there. And a key piece of equipment was not available because he couldn't afford it, and that was the boxing ring. So Brian came to the community team and says, look, I've raised all this money, but I really am stuck. I'm just ready to go, but I just don't have the ring. So he presented his request to us, and we bought the ring for the local boxing club. I think that in itself demonstrates the values of our company. Lots of companies talk about values that they have, right? But sometimes it's very hard to quantify what that means in real terms. When most officers are working a 60-hour shift, on their time out, they still have time to contribute to their community as well as their own family needs. I think that we have an obligation to be involved with our community. Our community provides us with the work that we do. And I think that, our philosophy of being close to our community, I think there's no better way to show that example. I think also it shows a softer side of the company, that we're not just a large corporation that provides a security, but also that we are involved in the community at all levels. And I think Securitas, right, is a company that demonstrates that rather than just talks about it.